Another day, another dollar here in this Pokemon Silver walkthrough. Heading through Mount Moon, we just took down Gold. As I said in the last part, they really reduced what goes on here in Mount Moon. There's not nearly as much. They said that recent collapses, so there's been a lot of collapses in the caves in the area. I think the Mysterious Cave collapsed as well. Just west of Viridian City. Trying to think of another rock tunnel maybe collapse. So Mount Moon did too. So there's just all kinds of cave issues. I don't know what the heck's causing that. But obviously, I don't want to pin it as a cop out for the Pokemon games. What the heck, Anthony Hiker? You got me on speed dial or butt dial? All right, so I already caught a Dunsparce, so don't even need to worry about that. And it's called a land snake, so it doesn't even look like a snake, so I don't even know what I'm catching. So you're gonna get out of that area, Route 4. Now the Mount Moon. Actually, this is the Mount Moon Square, I think. So there's a couple unique things here. But there's from 10 to 6. There's a little Mount Moon shop. So from that time, you can You can get in there to get some health restoring items. I think things like lemonade, things you might get. You know, you need a little swig. You took a long hike through Mount Moon, which it's kind of interesting how they translate the amount of time it takes to get through a place from the game to the anime, because in the anime it's much more perilous, takes a lot more time, all that kind of stuff. But it's freaking really short here in the second generation, really not even notable. You don't even need to go over here, essentially. Boost up Hill of Swine. So on this route, this little area, you can actually, well, I don't know, maybe I should show you. I'll just pull out my pack. I think I have some repels in here. Alright, so you do have some repel. You get the opportunity to continue going straight here. And you can go up down one of these ladders. And it'll take you out here. This is the Mount Moon Square. Interesting music. I think it's probably the only point in the game where you can get the type of music. So you can buy some of these things. Pokédoll, interesting repels, lemonades. Not bad. Could have sold my nugget there, but didn't. Just a little area right here. On Mondays at 8 p.m., Clefairies show up there. They start dancing around some rock, and then when you show up, they go away. So I think they're hidden item up here. And then they go away. So this area kind of reminds me of like Ocarina of Time or something. I don't really know why. But I just leave the area. There's really nothing else for you to see there. And you can get a moonstone, essentially. So maybe you want a moonstone. I don't know what you need a moonstone for maybe at this point in the game. But you can avoid these guys. I'm just going to avoid them. This is Route 4. You can get an Ultra Ball and a PP up on this route. Little grass patch there as well. No new Pokemon for us to capture. I'm just going to head up here, face this person, and get that free item. I might as well. I think that one is an Ultra Ball. But this is essentially a shortcut to Cerulean. So, we've already been there. Not a huge deal. As you can see, not necessary. And pretty soon you're going to be able to catch a ferret yourself, actually. So once we take down... Wow, it missed. Once we take down these guys, we'll be going to Viridian City. I like to compare it to Cherry Grove almost, but that's neither here nor there. Just my useless comparisons. Beautiful. So Q down. Who are you going to throw out next? Picnicker, Sharon. Rapidash, Earthquake time, adios. So getting very close. We might be able to get to Blaine here. I don't know, that might be kind of tight. Might be able to get to Cinnabar Island, and then the next part 60, probably taking out Blue and Blaine, getting all 8 badges, and then from there it's just going to be Pokemon capturing uploads, and then taking down Silver, and that will be it. There's some other extra things you can do, obviously. Go to Tin Tower, little side adventures, more Ruins of Alf, clearly. And I think that hidden item, maybe that Ultra Ball is over there. So we have now made it to Viridian City once again. Nothing else new here. We can just head down this route. Repel is gone. No worries. I hopefully won't run into any Pokemon there. That is good news. And this, check out the map real quick. Get a little turned around right now. Alright, so we want to get to Viridian. I'm going to fly to Pewter. What the heck? There we go. This keyboard sometimes just sticks. Darn Asus. I don't even know if Asus is technically known as a good computer. That's what my parents are using. I do have a Mac, but I didn't realize I could get a good emulator on my Mac. I was having some issues with it, so I just used this one, rebooted everything. So I do have this as the emulator computer that I'm using right now. So I'm completing the Silver Walkthrough on it, and then this is essentially supposed to be the replacement for Viridian Forest. I think so. So head down here, keep going. Route 4 once again. So a couple free items for us. Dire Hit. Not gonna use you. So you remember this area a little bit. I'm sure you guys do. Somewhat familiar to you at least. So we'll face one of them. Might as well. I used to be really anal about facing trainers. Like if there was one, I had to face it. I mean, it kind of applies to my approach on things in life too. Like I like to be thorough. That's basically what I'm getting at. And I felt like this was another outlet for me to be thorough. But I think it's kind of overkill, quite frankly. You don't need to do that. Your Pokemon will be leveled up well enough. It is going to be kind of a grind for me to get all my guys up to appropriate level, but that's what Mount Silver is for. That area is very good at training your Pokemon up, so we should have no issues before we go in and to actually take on Red. Since we got gold in this game, blue and red. No, I didn't name anybody Silver, but we got Mount Silver at least. Fuel sign is doing work, being a tank for me. You've been whipped. You've been cracked that whip. Alright, Coffee Man, you got some espresso? You got a double shot? I'm happy to hear. Alright, he's not grumpy anymore. Yeah, I believe you, sir. Good. Yeah, you caught a freaking Weedle. Congrats. Alright, so the gym is locked right now. You cannot access it. Viridian's kind of changed. There's no academy. Either a house, I believe, is in the place where the academy was. You can heal up your Pokemon if you'd like. You can head west on this route. I'm going to talk to this guy real quick. See what he has to say. Yawn. He likes to sleep. Eating my dream, huh? What's this? Where did I get the TM? So you get this TM. It's called Dream Eater. Obviously, as you know, you need to be asleep in order, or the other Pokemon needs to be asleep in order to use it. But that is where you can pick it up here in Viridian City. No new Pokemon for us to find. Not at all. And we're going to head down on Route 1. We're going to be heading back to Viridian pretty soon. Head back on Route 1. I don't remember if that guy is a trainer that you could face. 2 trainers. Yeah, there's 2 trainers here on Route 1. You can run into Furrets, 5% occurrence rate. In both the afternoon and evening, if you're interested in the evolved form of Sentret. And back in old peaceful Pallet Town. And when you come down to think about it, this is one of the most amazing areas in the game. I mean, it's very simple, humble beginnings. This town is designed so simply as well, and you're going to visit your old house essentially. Mom is very concerned about Red. He's basically become a recluse and is totally repealed from the limelight. Being Ash Ketchum was a little too much for him to handle. And down here is the N64. How cool. Can I stalk? Can I like go on his computer and like be really weird? It's probably like a old archaic Windows that barely works. And single motherhood. Pokemon loves to have single mothers in this game. Daisy is blue. Blue just is everywhere. It's essentially Gary. If you come back between 3 and 4 p.m. in the afternoon, you can actually get some pet groomings from them. And we're going to go visit Professor Oak real quick, who you've met before. It's kind of cool how they tie him in and they don't like make you completely isolated from Professor Oak, even though Professor Elm is kind of the one that's looking after you more so. He's going to evaluate me. It's probably still going to say something that I don't know what I'm doing. Shut up, Oak. Of course I got a freaking fishing rod. You don't know anything. I got 91 Pokemon, man. Chill out. Not even the evolved forms either. So just south of here, what I like to call the Hall of Fame town, is a great little patch of grass. And you can get some cool Pokemon here, Tanglas and Mr. Mimes. Mr. Mimes, 5%, 10%, and 5% occurrence rates depending on the time of day. And you can also get Tanglas here as well, but I'm not going to be getting either of them yet. We'll be going back there and catching them at a later time. But I'm going to take on some of these trainers. There are 3 trainers here on Route 21 on the way to Cinnabar Island. So I'm going to pull out a Repel though. I think I still have some. I didn't count. I got 5. Should be plenty good. So use a Repel real quick. And Sunblock overrated. Anyways. Alright. Probably can choose a better Pokemon to be utilizing right now. I'm just not caring about it. Need to get them grinded up anyways. Piloswine will probably be used. I'm trying to think of who I'm going to use him against Red. But Blue is a challenge. Blue is a little bit of a difficult challenge. He's probably the best trainer right after Red, as you would expect. I mean, they should be. They've kind of been built up as epic legends from the first generation on. So they should be. They should be pretty dope. But I always thought, look, speaking of Blue, speaking of Gary, the Viridian Gym was just an interesting, odd construction. I mean, during 1 and 3, the gym leader is Giovanni. It's strange. Generation 2 and 4, it's Blue. Variety of Pokemon. And then Agatha is the temporary gym leader in the anime. You get the Earth Badge for a variety of, I guess, representing a variety of Pokemon that you'd face. Even though Giovanni is a ground type Pokemon trainer, and it's weird that Giovanni, being the head of Team Rocket, would take over the gym in Viridian. Like I don't understand really the reasoning behind that completely, and maybe it's tied in a little bit more to and it even has on Bulbapedia listed as like Jesse and James and Meowth were the temporary gym leaders as well. Viridian City Gym. That's really bizarre. So basically, it's like a shared gym. Really weird. Really kind of disjointed. Like I even play these games a lot, and you don't even know who you're gonna face on any given day. You're going through it, and oh, I forgot. But looking back, Red, Green, and Blue. Yeah, Giovanni. He's got 45 Rhyhorn, 42 Dugtrio, Nidoqueen at 44, Nidoking 45, and Rhydon 50. So that's pretty hefty set of Pokemon right there. And then he's got pretty similar. He's got a Persian in yellow, which makes sense. Team Rocket likes the Persians and Meowths, obviously, as we know. And I think this is the last of the 3 trainers. No new Pokemon for what we've already got on this route. You can catch a variety of them with that Super Rod that you do have now. But just a long list of trainers on the Viridian City Gym entry right now on Bulbapedia. Gym Leader Castle, Pokemon Stadium 2. Weird. Weird. So it does say the gym has, if you do remember, I do remember this, that it was primarily like a brown color in the anime, which I mean is alluding to it being a ground type gym. Battle of the Badge is the first appearance that it makes in Octillery. Wow, what a sick Pokemon. I'm just gonna use lizard, very high attack rate, or special attack rate. Just I'll get through it. And Giovanni thought his confidence was quickly eroded. Gary faced Giovanni, but his confidence went down after he faced Mewtwo in here. But then he allowed him to use 2 against Mewtwo. It still freaking failed. So that's a total, I don't know, I call it a dick move, but it's kind of funny. Just get shut down. I don't know why Jesse and James were ever a leader of a gym. That must have been one wacky gym. Gary's cheerleaders, Brock and Misty. Brock got behind Gary. It's weird. Glug, 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 glug. So, coming down here, we have found ourselves on... What is this? There's a notice here. Cinnabar Gym has relocated to Seafoam, Blaine. What? So, essentially what happened in between Generation 1 and 2, you learned right here that a volcano erupted, so either the volcano destroyed everything or it got washed away in the eruption or something like that. An earthquake occurred, tidal waves, tsunami, whatever occurred. It washed away much of the island. And there was quite a bit more. Obviously, there was that secret hideout, I think, that you had to get the key in order to actually face Blaine. So that was pretty big. There was a mart, Pokemon Center, a couple houses. So it was a substantial island. And you get a chance to talk to Blue right here. And kind of have an introspective discussion about Red and I don't know. They're kind of distant. It's really weird how they repeal almost. It's like they're trying to let new power pathways be paved through the Pokemon series. Like they wanted to let go. They wanted, I don't know if it was the creators letting go, and apparently you freaking can teleport or fly away or something like that. I think there's a hidden item up here. Yep. So you can get that rare candy real quick. But after this, it's the north side and hidden. So the rest of it was swept away. Cinnabar Island's really a shell of itself. But you have to go to Seafoam Island now. And Seafoam Islands obviously is where you run into Articuno. And that has changed as well. So we'll head over there. It's kind of a cool setup where you face Blaine, I think. And I'm going to use another repel. I don't think that one has eroded, or not eroded, but been diminished all the way yet. Oh, still is. I bet it's going to go away right away though. So we'll head out here. This is Route 20, I believe. Oh, dang it. Frick, wanted to avoid you. Swimming all the way to Johto. Never thought about it, sir, but Cameron is a very ambitious young soul. He wants to do that. Do something like that. Can't knock it. Can't knock it. So I had to get healed up, so I'll be ready to get this Marill down. That reminds me, I need to go get one. All the way back in that 1% nonsense in Mount Mortar. I had to get a 1% Pokemon previously in that Snubbull at certain times, though, so I think I can pull it off. Keep moving east. Find Seafoam Island. That'll come up on your radar relatively quickly. I think it's accessible through this opening right over here. And you can see it's broken up a little bit. But there's nothing over there. It's just essentially locked into one island. It's a lot different than we remember it. Trainers around there. So we're going to be facing Blaine next time. See what does this sign say? Cinnabar Gym Leader Blaine. Blaine is a goofball. And we'll get to fight that goofball next time. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.